give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakak Wadash. Ever honors and apostles that rule well. Salutations to the brothers in the four corners of the earth, man. Listen to truth and sincerity. Alright, I'm going to do a quick exhortation. Ed got the mic. I saw a video with Jerusalem, how he was backing up the scriptures, how this place is falling. Right, I'm going to do a sit-down video on it tomorrow, Father's willing. And he was saying how they just pumping up dollars just to, just to keep the economy going. But they're just making things worse and worse, right? And how New York City, it was thriving at one point, but a lot of businesses closing in New York, right? A lot of businesses closing. There's a lot of office that is not occupied, right? Income saving. Once we start income saving, right?
Yeah. Some noise.
A lot of companies are moving. A lot of companies are falling apart. So there's a lot of office that's abandoned. There's a lot of businesses that's abandoned, man. Right? Especially during that C-19, especially doing that. A lot of companies couldn't keep afloat during that pandemic. Right? So a lot of companies fold, right? But the mirth of the land is gone, man. We all see it. Let's get that Isaiah 24 real quick. Isaiah 24. Seven through 11.
Isaiah 24 verse 7. As the new wine morning.
Is the what?
The new wine morning. The vine languisheth. All the merry hearted do sigh.
Now, all the merry heart do sigh. All that happy hour time, happy days, all that shit is gone, man. That shit is gone. That's out the window. The Most High bringing it. How can you say the Bible is not real, or how can you say the white man created the Bible? If the white man created the Bible, you stupid ass wacky tacky Christians, why would he prophesy sin fall?
That don't make no sense.
That don't make no sense. Why would it say that the heathen's going to be destroyed for what they did to the nation of Israel? Why would it say that? Why would it say Esau and Jacob, that Jacob got the birthright and Esau is going to be a servant to his brother? Why? That don't make no sense, man. It just doesn't add up. Why would he put, who's that, Leviticus 20:13, if any man lies with another man, why would he put that? Right? Why would he put that? How can you say a white man created the Bible? Just don't make sense. Go ahead, son.
The new wine morning, the vine languisheth. All the merry hearted do sigh.
And all the merry heart do sighs. Man, I remember back in the days, man, right? Yo, we was making a lot in the Wall Street. We was making bukus of money in Wall Street. Now they saying, oh man, a lot of people was living off their 401k plan, right? Yeah. A lot of people was living off their savings. A lot of people was living off credit cards, right? Because this place is falling. This place is going down the toilet, circling down the drain, man. As Jerusalem always say. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people living on multiple jobs.
Yep, he indicated that World War III is on the horizon. Go ahead.
The mirth of Tabard ceaseth.
They said what?
The mirth of Tabard ceaseth. The noise of them that rejoice ended. The joy of the harp ceaseth.
The joy of the heart do ceases. The joy of the heart do ceases, man. I said earlier, happy hours is gone. Happy days is done. Right? The bars that used to be there, it's not there no more. Right? It's not there no more, man. Because why? They couldn't keep afloat during the pandemic. Go ahead.
They shall not drink wine with a song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
Yeah. And how strong drink bitter? Like, yo, they drinking their little whiskey, they Casamigos or whatever, they red wine. They complaining, they bittering, they sighing. It's like, man, I used to be executive, or I used to be a CEO at a company. Look at me now. I'm packing bags at Walmart. Look at me now. I'm stocking shelf. at Target. Look at me. I'm just an assistant manager at what was that giant supermarket, man. Look at me now. Right? Yeah, you finished. You finished, E. Go ahead.
Yeah, they should not drink wine with song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
That's right.
The city of confusion.
It's a city of confusion. Why is a city of confusion? It goes back to the word Babylon. Babal, which means there's nothing but confusion in this place. There's nothing but a perverse spirit upon this place. A twisted spirit, man. When a man can get married, when a man popping another man, when a woman carpet munching on each other, man. And that's okay, right? When transgender got more rights than a heterosexual. That's a city of confusion right here. When a white woman could get banged by her pit bull or her German shepherd. This is a city of confusion right here, man. Right? When a gay couple could adopt a child. That's a city of confusion. When there's abortion rights, that's a city of confusion, man. Right? Wade versus Roe. This is a city of confusion, man. Right? When women are looking like men, when women is out here bucking up to a man, right? Being disrespectful, when she not submissive. That's what is a city of confusion.
High interest.
High interest rate, right? When back in the days in the scriptures, every 7 years they had a year of jubilee. The year of jubilee is when, hey, you know what? Your debt to me is forgiven. Wipe clean. Right? He don't owe me nothing after 7 years. That's a year of jubilee. Now in this place, you can be gone from this country 10 to 15 years. Guess what? Your debt is still waiting on your ass. You go to another island, your debt is waiting on you. Still waiting on you. Yeah, go ahead.
Says the city of confusion is broken down.
That's right.
Every house is shut up.
Every house shut up.
That no man may come in.
Even real estate. The housing bubbles. A lot of people selling their houses. What about over there in Detroit? Detroit is deserted right now, man. It used to be what what's that? The Motor City, right? Because people used to go over there to get jobs in these different motor companies over there, man. Right? Motown City. What about the Motown, where Barry Gordy had his office over there, right? Where he used to have different artists go over there and record records, Temptations, the OJs, right? Even the Jacksons. Motown is done. The music, the daughter of music is finished. You know, a lot of rap artists get into what? Acting. They have to supplement their income. You know, they can't keep afloat with an album. They can't keep afloat, so they got to go what? To acting, right? 50 Cent did it, right? Eminem did it, right? Who else? Queen Latifah did it, right? They got different young artists out there that's trying to shift their way to what? To the movie scene, right? Jennifer Hudson did it, right? Especially when they got when you could download an album for free, when you could listen to their music for free.
There's a cry, verse 11, there's a cry for wine in the streets.
There's a cry for wine in the streets. Go ahead.
All joy is darkened.
All joy is darkened. Joy is darkened. Like, man, I deal with people on a daily basis. You know, they miserable going to work. You know, they tired of this redundant life. People tired of that shit, man. They know America's fallen, but they don't know the scriptures. And these pastors is not warning the sheep. Go ahead.
The mirth of the land is gone.
The mirth of the land. The mirth is finished. Happiness is gone. That's the word mirth mean, happy. Go ahead.
And the city.
That's why I want the scripture to say, give a drink to a wise man ready to perish, man. That's why we drink once in a while, man. Take a shot. Because we know, and that's why these bars, these lounges be full of what? Of jakes. They be full of jakes, man, because they try to camouflage their problems.
I forget it.
They try to forget their problems for that moment, but when they sober up, it's still there.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of our people get high. They be on crack. They be on Felanol, whatever. All different types of drugs, man. Because they try to escape from the world that they living in, man. They try to escape from those bills. They try to escape from the baby mama. They try to escape from all types of issues that they're going through, man. So they smoke blunts. Some smoke blunts 8 times a day, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and the city is left desolation.
And the city is left desolation, yeah. Then we talk about Detroit and different parts of the United States. Some cities are desolate. Go ahead.
The gate is smitten with destruction.
The gate is smitten with destruction. Come on.
When dust shall be in the midst of the land among the people, this shall be as the shaking of an olive tree.
This should be shaking of an olive tree. Come on.
And as the gleaning grapes when the vintage is done.
And when the vintage is done.
Yeah.
Right? So when you shake an olive tree, what happened? What happened when you shake an olive tree? When you shake an apple tree, guess what? The apples or fruits or the olives is gonna fall. That's symbolic, right? It's like an allegory, man. When you shake a tree, it's gonna fall, and that's what's talking about America. Babylon is falling. Give me that real quick. Revelation 18 verse 1. Revelation 18 verse 1.
I got different colors and shit. These fucking white beaters I got up on there.
I like these bitches, you gonna be straight to
tab. I
the
ordered
22.
them, they coming back. Got these bitches in favors on me like
Revelation 18:2. He cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen.
Babylon the Great is fallen. Go ahead.
It's fallen. It become the habitation of devils.
Okay, the habitation of devils. Come on.
And the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
You stop right there. Isaiah 34. That's right. The point is that Babylon is fallen. That's fallen. Did he say it twice? If he said it twice, that means Yahweh Shemi Ashai is serious. This place is falling. It's falling, man.
And to emphasize it.
Yeah. You got to stress it. Good. Or like you said, emphasize it. That's right.
Yeah.
Isaiah 34, 4 through 5. Go ahead.
Isaiah 34 verse 4 through 5.
Yeah, go ahead.
And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved.
It said all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved.
And the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
It's going to be rolled together as a what?
Scroll.
A scroll. That's right. When you see documentaries on what's that? On nuclear explosion, right? On that mushroom cloud, it roll up like a scroll. And that's the best way. That's the best way.
It can be described.
That it can be described.
I can bring it up.
Bring it up. Break it down.
Revelation 6, verse 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. Yeah, so the heaven departed as a scroll. What it means by a scroll is that that was the best way it could be described. Back then they didn't really have a good understanding of that technology or what they were really seeing. So the best way to describe the mushroom cloud the mushroom cloud, was a scroll. Revelation is a hard book for a lot of people to understand because of the way that things are described. So when they read it, they get caught up, and they think all kind of foolish things. Because like how it said in I believe Matthew 6, it said you hear not knowing the scriptures. And what he means by that is not, it's not just knowing the scriptures, it's also understanding it too. You can read the whole book, but you gotta have an understanding.
Okay, good.
Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. No one of these shall fail, and there shall one her mate. My mouth had commanded it, and his spirit had gathered them. Yeah, so you gotta seek ye out the book of Yahweh. You gotta read, The scripture said, blessed he that read it. but also that reading comes understanding. Because you can read a book, but your mind could be elsewhere. You could just be reading words, but you really gotta have a good understanding. And the reading of the book is not just the New Testament. You know, you gotta read both the Old and the New.
Come on.
This is Matthew 13:52. And he says, and therefore every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and old. So the new and old. The Old Testament shows a different side of Yahweh, and that side was more of the, the more of a jealous power side. Yahweh was angry. He destroyed the nations. He destroyed us because we went off. And the New Testament shows Yahushua coming down so that he can sacrifice himself for the nation of Israel, so that there can be forgiveness of sins.
Right.
So you need both the Old and you need the New Testament. You can't have one without the other. Because a lot of these Christians, these churchgoers, they believe that, I could believe in the New Testament because it shows the side of Yahweh that's about peace, and I'm going to forget about the Old Testament. That's the side I don't want to believe in Yahweh. But Yahweh has two sides, Yahweh has emotions, just as we do,
Give me Jeremiah 46, 10, 12, then I give you the mic.
Jeremiah
46, 10 through 12. Did you read Isaiah 34 and 5? Or you didn't read that?
Isaiah 34 and 5. My sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Yeah, my sword should be bathed in heaven. Go ahead.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea,
Uh-huh.
and upon the people my cursed judgment.
That's right. So that's that nuclear destruction that's going to hit upon America now. My people, my judgment is talking about who? Idumea. Right? Idumea, that's another word of saying, of Edom.
Yeah.
I think that's the Greek word. Right? Go ahead.
It says, for my sword.
And the people of my curse is talking about the leprosy. That's it? Verse 5? Done with that?
That's
Jeremiah 46, 10 through 12. And I'll pass the mic to this brother.
Jeremiah 46, verse 10. For this is the day of Yahweh power of hosts.
That's right.
The day of vengeance.
The day of what?
Vengeance.
The day of vengeance.
And he may avenge him of his adversaries.
Mm-hmm.
And the sword shall devour, and shall be satiated.
Satiated, yep.
And made drunk with their blood.
Yeah, with who? Their blood. Who blood? Eve and these other nations. And 2/3 of our people too got to be destroyed. 2/3 of our people are traitors among Israel now, because they want to uphold Esau's kingdom, man. They love this place. They love this place. They said, they trust in oppression, man. And a lot of our people got that Stockholm syndrome, man. When we in the highways and byways, they said, what about the white man? What about the other nations? This can't be true. God loves everybody. What Bible are you reading, my nigga? When repentance is only for the nation of Israel. Give me that, Acts 5, 29 through 30. Let's get that. Salvation is only for the nation of Israel. I know it's a long exhortation. It's a lot here.
Acts 5, verse 29.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Peter and the other apostles answered and said,
Go ahead.
we ought to obey Yahweh rather than men.
You to obey who?
Yahweh rather than men.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yahweh our Father raised up Yahushua,
Uh-huh.
whom he slew and hanged on the tree.
Uh-huh.
Him hath Yahweh exalted with his right hand
Uh-huh.
to be a prince and a savior, for to give repentance to Israel.
Repentance to everybody.
Israel.
Repentance to Israel. Go ahead.
And forgiveness of sins.
And forgiveness of sins. So Yeshua, that's it. That's why Yahushua said, go to the what? To the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Why didn't he say go to everybody? These church niggas don't read this shit? I mean, y'all don't read the scriptures, Salaki. Y'all don't read the scriptures? Give me Matthew 15:24. It's right there. That's why the scripture said, blessed is he who readeth.
Matthew 15:24.
Come on.
Says, but he answered and said,
Go ahead.
I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
I am not sent unto who?
but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
And church coons, wacky tacky Christians, that's written in red. That's straight out of Yahweh's mouth. Straight out of his mouth. It's not written in black, it's written in red. I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's it. Can't go around that. Can't go around that. All right, give the mic to this brother.
Yeah, so when I was putting the lesson together, I was thinking about going over, health, but I really want to go over the power of Yahweh. We're nothing without Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, and a lot of these other religions are based on idols. They're based on other gods and deities. We know there's one true power. That's Yahweh through His Son Yahweh Shai. So go over Colossians 1, 15 to 16. Yeah, 15 to 16.
Colossians 1, 15 through 16. Who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature? For by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible. Whether they be thrones or dominions, or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him.
Yeah, so verse 15, it tells us that the image of the invisible Yahweh, the firstborn of every creature. So we know that's on my Yahweh Shai, because when it comes to authority, you don't go straight to Yahweh. You first have to go to Yahweh Shai. It's like that in rank. You don't go to the head first. You go to the person that's before the head. So we know through him all things were created. This heaven, this atmosphere, this air. The air that Esau's trying to destroy. We know he created the earth, man. And that's why it's hard to pray, but we know that there's a power that created all things. That's what gets us going day by day. That's what keeps our faith strong, because we know that this couldn't have just appeared out of nowhere. We know this had to be an intellectual mind behind all this. This stuff can't just appear on its own. It has to be created. It's the same thing when you're creating a computer. We know that the computer thinks, but how does that computer think? It thinks because someone that had thought behind it created that computer. So it's the same thing with the worlds that we know it. The earth, the sun, the moon. We know there had to be an intellectual mind that had the blueprint for all these things, man. And we know that was Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. Go to Proverbs 8, verse 27 to 29. And that's why earlier I was talking about Matthew 13:52, because it tells us to bring things out of the old and the new. Because the entire Bible is a treasure. It's a treasure. And when you're a treasure, you don't just say, hey, I'm a go to this part of the treasure, not the other. No, the whole treasure is valuable. So we have to bring out different facts in order to prove our point.
Proverbs 8, 27 through 29. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass, his commandment, when he appointed the foundation of the earth, that I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him.
So when it says I was there, that's on my Yahweh Shai right there, because just like we read in Colossians 1:15, he said he's the firstborn. That firstborn is Yahweh Shai, because he's the first spirit ever created. And we know there's reincarnation behind that, which is why I want to prove that, just a quick emphasis on that. We'll go to John 15, verse 27. Yeah, so we know, that's another topic for another day, but when you search the scriptures, you know that Yahweh Shai was Adam. We know that Yahweh Shai was Melchizedek. He came he's that first spirit, and he came back plenty of times. You know, he came in the flesh, and then he came in the spirit, so he could die for our sins.
John 15:27. And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning.
That sounds like reincarnation to me. I would say, yeah, been with me from the beginning. And you can also hold James 1 verse 5. Yeah, so that sounds like the power of Yahweh to me, because only a true omnipotent and infinite power can know the depths of reincarnation. Yahweh said, you've been with me from the beginning, so everything's predestined. He knew us from when we was prophets back then. You know, some of the prophets here today could have been James, Isaiah, you know, Ezekiel. You know, they could have been. We don't know. We know reincarnation exists. Yahweh said, you've been with me from the beginning. And the Pharisees that were back then, we know that some of these Pharisees are here today. Yeah.
James 1 verse 5. If any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of Yahweh, that giveth to all men liberty.
So, okay, I meant to see Jeremiah. Sorry. Yeah. But that's also good scripture too, because you know when we want wisdom is also another form of power, and when we want that, we have to ask that of Yahweh Shah.
Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before that camest out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Yahweh power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But Yahweh said unto me, say not, I'm a child, for thou go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
Yes, that's another thing. That's another part of Yahweh's power that gives us that motivation to do the works, and you know, to witness the people. We know that when we was in the belly, Yahweh already chose us. We know that through the spirit of Yahweh Shah, we was already chosen from the belly. You know, we was already predestined. The apostles, you know, you can tell that they were predestined because the spirit that he had to keep on moving on and on. You know, to do the works for 30 years plus, you know, that has to be the spirit of Yahweh Shah, man. They had to be predestined, and prophets from back then. You know. Go to 1 Corinthians 8 verse 5, 5 to 6.
First Corinthians chapter 8.
Yeah, 5 to 6.
5 through 6. For though there be that are called gods, rather in heaven or in earth, and there be gods many and lords many. But to us there is only but one God, the Father, of whom are all things, and we in him, and one Yahushua Mashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him.
Oh, that's right. So it said there be gods many. You know, we know many gods, like for instance Jesus, Shiva Ganesh. You know, that rock that they worship. Allah. Allah. You know, there's many gods, man. Your car could be your god. You know, your car could be your idol. You know, your woman. You know, your possessions, your TV. Anything could be a god. You know, anything could be a lord to you. But the one true God is Yahweh.
Blunts could be a god.
That's right.
Because it smoked 8 blunts a day.
It's got to be an idol. It's got to be worship.
That's your comforter.
But to us, the Israelites, says there is only one power. So we're not too worried about these other gods and, you know, Poseidon or Zeus. You know, we know that Yahweh created the water, the sea. He created all that. It wasn't, you know, these Greek mythology and all that. And when you celebrate things like Christmas and Halloween, Thanksgiving, you're also giving reference to these other gods. You know, so you gotta make a choice. You can't have one. You can't choose one part of the truth and deny the other. Because as it says in James, it says when you break one commandment, you know, you break them all. You know, a lot of people think they can pick and choose. You can't pick and choose, you know.
That's right.
Go to Job 26 from 7 to 14.
Job 26.
Yeah, 7 to 14.
Job 26, starting at 7. He stretches out the north over the empty place and hanging the earth upon nothing.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's amazing right there.
Man.
Because that gravity, let's think about Esau. They try to explain everything. Oh, everything has a logical reasoning. It does, but who created that logic behind it? It was Yahweh. For the earth to just be sitting, in space like that, and it doesn't move. It doesn't move his post. It doesn't move his position.
It's amazing.
That's amazing right there, man. There has to be that spiritual hand that's guiding it.
And there's one thing, science can't explain everything. The word science means to know, but it can't explain everything.
Right.
That's a miracle on its own.
Exactly. Well, science, they say it's the Big Bang Theory, but that doesn't make no sense.
It said, he bindeth up the waters in his thick clouds, and the cloud is not rent under them. He hold back the face of his throne and spread his cloud upon it. Yeah, because the clouds hold what? Hold water. Because clouds is nothing but moisture. It's amazing how it could like rain in days and days. Just like in Trinidad. It was like 3 days straight it rained in Trinidad.
Yeah.
Where that water come from? The cloud will hold that much water? I know it's called precipitation, right? The water comes down, evaporates, and goes up, and it's a cycle. But that's still amazing on its own. How it just rain and rain and rain like that. That's the miracle of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Just breathing, it's a miracle, man. There's oxygen, there's air that you can't see, but it's keeping you alive. Oxygen go through your lungs and pump your lungs, and your heart and the blood circulates, right? How you have the red blood cells and the white blood cells, right? It's just amazing. Wow. It irks my spirit when people say there's no God, especially them atheist clowns.
Yeah, it's like a dagger. And Richie Spice, Rhaegar, he had a song called "The World Is a Cycle," and that's true because you see there's an order to everything. It doesn't rain until Yahweh gives that order for it to rain.
That's right.
It always rains at a certain time. The seasons, even though Esau's trying to mess things up, but the winter happens when the winter happens. Closer to December, January. That's when it gets cold. So even the earth knows that it's supposed to obey an order, and those orders it fulfills through its seasons.
10. He has compassed the waters with bounds until the day and night come to an end. Man.
Yeah, so Yahweh made that promise that he wouldn't flood the earth with water again. So that's why, you might get floods and these tsunamis that might hit certain areas, but the world doesn't get compassed with water. That water doesn't leave its border unless Yahweh gives the order to do so. So even the water, it falls in order through Yahweh.
11. The pillars of heaven tremble and are astonished at his reproof. He divided the sea with his power, and by his understanding he smiteth through the proud.
And I should have put that on the lineup with the Red Sea. Yahweh parted the Red Sea. He divided the sea. That's amazing. You don't see that. I don't think Esau has technology to do that. Maybe not yet, but to just divide the entire ocean. And I'm pretty sure when they was crossing the Red Sea, you could see the fishes and the whales in the ocean. That's scary right there. That's a scary sight. Even lightning's scary. That lightning bolt can take you out. That's like the fury of Yahweh. That's like Yahweh showing his fury. Do lightning, do tornadoes, do storm. Esau, no matter what you do, you can't be Yahweh. No matter what heart machine you create, no matter how much you think you could predict the weather. Even these weather apps, like you would use the weather app and it would say it's raining Tuesday at 2. But they only can predict it by so much, because when Tuesday comes, it don't even rain at 2. It might rain at 5, or it doesn't rain at all. Like Outcast said, you can't predict the weather. Esau, you can't predict the weather. You can't predict when your end is coming. You can't predict when Yahweh is going to declare that the command to let those nukes hit America. You know, no matter what strategy you put into it, you know, because everything's predestined, man. And a lot of things about these time travel movies, they make it seem like they have control of their own destiny. In a way, you do, because it's by your choices. You know, it's by your free will to make the choice that, hey, I'm a change my life to Yahweh Yahushai if you're an Israelite. You know.
And this is the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean, right? I don't know if you can see it. That's amazing on its own how one is dense than the other, but they won't combine. It will not combine together. That's the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. It will not mix at all. That's alone is a miracle of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Two different types of colors. Look at that. That's amazing. You would think it's liquid and they would come together. It would not. Right here. You can see the video. It's a video on it. Right? Two oceans meet but don't mix. Right?
Yeah, it's like it's divided.
That's amazing.
And that's the scripture we just read. It says he divided the sea with his power.
Yeah,
it's divided,
exactly.
Right? It don't cross.
Yeah. It's just like Jacob and Esau. We will not mix. We won't come together. It was designed for us to be, for us not to mix.
Like oil and water.
That's right. Right? It said one is going to be what? Stronger than the other. Two man is a spirit. Why we don't mix? I'm going to get it. Habakkuk 2. This is why we don't mix. And it's not because it's color. It's because we come in all shades of color.
That's right.
Right?
It's happening.
Yeah, Habakkuk 2. Habakkuk 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. That's right, because his soul is not upright in him. That's why we don't mix. One is wicked and one is righteous. So how the hell we gonna mix? So it's like the Atlantic and the Pacific Ocean. They don't mix.
And you know that's to show also that Yahweh, he sets balance. You know, you got big, small. You know, you got poor, there's rich. You know, Jacob and Esau is like it's like the two twins. You know, every time there's a twin, one is always like more prone to righteousness than the other. One is more prone to wickedness. That's what I've noticed. You know, not just through movies or you know, I've seen that with my own eyes. There'll be twins, and one seems more like they want to do the right thing than the other. One is more outgoing and want to be in the world. And that's just that balance you have to say. I'm not saying two twins can't be righteous, but from what I've seen with the majority of twins, there's always one that's more like, you know, that's more unto the world than the other is, you know. And there's a scripture for that. Yahweh said that one's going to go up while one's staying down. One brother going to go up, one's going to stay down. And that can also be parabolic for Esau and Jacob. Jacob going to go up, Esau going to stay right here, and he's going to be destroyed for his wickedness and atrocities he done to the nation of Israel. You know.
Yeah, because the scripture said also we are holy. So the word holy means to set apart.
Separate.
So separate, right? So we are holy. How the hell we gonna come together with this damn devil when we are set apart from him?
Right. Yeah, that's right. Man, that's crazy. But you see, Israel want to mourn Esau, and Israelites mourning Queen Elizabeth. Why should we mourn Queen Elizabeth? We should be having this should be a holiday. We should create a feast day for the day that she finally passed away. We should be creating a feast day for that, man. Because she didn't love Israel. You know, all she did was add persecution unto us. You know, her whole bloodline.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why we should be mourning her. You know, all praises to Yahweh.
Yeah, all praises Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. That shit is over as a bitch.
All praises.
Yeah, so I'll say you was on borrowed time. Oh,
Yeah.
bitch.
So, yeah, she was probably drinking blood. She's probably doing.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they like to do. They like blood. So we don't know what wickedness she was doing to keep herself afloat.
Yeah, because most of those body parts, organs, is from Israelites anyway.
Yo.
Especially when that earthquake was caused over there in Haiti a couple of years ago. We was in Trinidad at that time. There was what's that? Trafficking human body parts, right? And
Yeah.
those are the Levite priests. Those are the Israelites.
Oh.
Yeah.
think a president took Israelite teeth. I'm not too sure. I think it was either it was Abraham Lincoln or George Washington. It's probably Abraham Lincoln, but he had no teeth, so he took the teeth of Israelites. You know, and it shows you in the movie Get Out. They hate us, but they want what we have. Because in Get Out, they was trying to take their consciousness and they was trying to put it into Israelite men. You know, they was trying to put them in that sunken place. Like y'all hate us, but want to have what we have. Y'all want to have our skin. Y'all want to have our strength. You know, you're Esau. You're gonna always remain to be Esau.
Even all the poisons that they put in our foods and the air that we breathe and the water that we drink, they still amazed behind closed doors why these niggas ain't dying quicker. Niggas is dying, but not at a rapid rate as Esau want us to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I used to eat all types of abominable food when I was young. But hey, still here.
Still here.
Through Yahweh Shem Yashah, and we know that Yahweh Shem Yashah issued death. So the Most High issued this old ass, wrinkled, faded out,
And
pale
96 years
skin,
old.
no melanin, extorted body parts from Israelites, right? This decrepit, old, tomb raider. Oh my God. Anyway, all praise Yahweh Shem Yashah.
All praise to Yahweh. All praises.
Yeah, oh bitch.
Yeah, Yahweh issued that.
She had the same hairdo since she was born. The same hairdo. She died with the same hairdo. I saw a fucking picture on Instagram. So someone said, "Damn, let's see. At least she died with the same hairdo through her years."
Yeah, and there was there's a scripture that says, "Don't envy the wicked of why they prevailed so long." There's probably people thinking, Israelites thinking like, "Damn, why Yahweh let this old why let her live so long?" Yahweh said, "Don't envy the wicked, man. They got what was coming." And Queen Elizabeth, she had it coming, you know.
Queen Elizabeth, bitch.
I'm going to bring out an article as for Yahweh's story.
And the word queen means whore. Look it up. It means whore. Right? She whored the people of America, man. Through what? Through tax, through wars. You know what I'm saying? Even that big diamond ring she got from India. I read an article
about that,
they want that shit back.
Yeah, they want it back.
The bitch is dead, so give us our diamond back.
Yeah, I was waiting on that.
I think it's 763 carat. 763 carat diamond, man, flawless. But India said they want their shit back. The old bitch is dead.
There's Africans. The only reason why they sad that she died is because there ain't gonna be no soccer on the TV. Because I think once she died, it was they put a hold on some TV things in certain countries. Because of the mourning. It was a whole week of mourning. Ain't nobody mourning for her. Some of her own people's not even mourning for her.
Yeah, some of her own people wanted her dead anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
This is about time, you old bitch. They said when she get to heaven, it's a mockery that Princess Diana gonna chase her old ass and snuff her old ass. Cause they ain't like each other, Princess Diana and Queen Elizabeth bitch. I've been one of that bitch dad in Trinidad.
Yeah, that's why she lived as long as she did. I want to bring out quick current events for the topic of Yahweh's power and show you a quick strange halo over China.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, there's a strange halo over a town in China, and it ignites conspiracy theories. Experts have explanations. UFO reports are often explained as misunderstood weather phenomenon, so it's not surprising that scientists are getting ribbed for using that approach and addressing a strange halo seen over China. It appeared in August over Pure in Yunnan province and resembled a rainbow-colored tower sitting atop a cloud of dark exhaust. More than 62,000 reactions and 1,400 comments later, it is clear that not everyone is convinced it was natural or accidental. Yeah, so I just wanted to bring that out real quick. There was a strange halo over the town in China, and it ignited a lot of conspiracy theories. We know that it's Yahweh Shah behind that. It could have been a UFO, or it's just a sign that America's end is at hand. And we're gonna bring that out next. Give me Luke 21 and 25.
Who's it?
Luke 21 and 25. Yeah, see, how will he gonna do signs? You know, he's doing signs in the last days. It's like one thing after the other. I mean, even out here in Baltimore, supposedly there was E. coli in the water. You know, I work at Walmart, and the water was cleared out. The water was cleared out because of what they said on the news, that there was E. coli in the water, that you got to boil the water and all that. You know, I mean, I use the water, you know, through Yahweh. So far, I ain't get sick, but we don't know. It could have been, you know, a lie. We don't know if it was true, but you know, Yahweh's really putting signs out here, man. People is dying left and right. There's signs in the heaven. This one pestilence after the other. You know, it's like you can't catch a break. Before, with like the H1N1 and the Zika, it's like you get the Zika, then it would be a cool down. You know, there'll be a cool down for a year or two, and then it will start up again with a new virus. But now it's like it's one thing after the other, man. The economy, you know, groceries are high, gas going down a little bit, but you know, compared to 20 years ago, the gas is still pretty high, man. $3 and 34 cents. That's pretty high, you know, especially when you gotta do a lot of moving around, or your job is far, and not everyone has a close job. So people gotta drive 30 minutes away just to get to their job, you know, just so they can make their money. So
this is what this is what E. coli does to you, because it was a big deal out here a couple of days ago about E. coli in the water. E. coli is the name of a germ, a bacterium that lives in a digestive tract of a human and animals. There are many types of E. coli, and the most of them are harmless, but some can cause bloody diarrhea. Some strains of E. coli bacteria may also cause severe anemia of kidney failure, which can lead to death. All right. Other strains of E. coli can cause urinary tract infection or other infection. Right? What causes an E. coli intestinal infection? You get an E. coli infection by coming into contact with the feces or stool or humans of animals. This can happen when you drink water or eat food that has been contaminated by feces. Alright? So that's what happened right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Stuff could be dangerous.
Yeah.
Depends on what type of E. coli it is. That's why a lot of people in Maryland was panicking, and Walmart was giving free bottled waters.
Yeah.
Right? And niggas was taking advantage of that. They were taking 2 or 3 cases of bottled water.
Yeah, they probably didn't care about the E. coli thing.
But hey, that could be a drill. That could see what happened in Maryland.
Yeah.
Right? If see people's gonna fight and kill each other for a thing of water.
Yeah.
You know? These devils always running drills.
Always.
Alright, you gotta remember Walmart is part of that big top family anyway.
Yeah, and they
You
fund
probably with Red Skulls and Bones.
they fund the prisons too.
Yeah.
They fund the prisons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Luke 21.
But yeah, your brothers and sisters stack up on water as much as you can, because that could have been a drill, right? A prelude of what's going to happen. Even myself got to get more water, more canned beans and things like that. Right?
Luke 21 and 25.
Luke 21 and 25. Luke 21 and 25. And there should be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations, where perplexity, the sea, and the waves roaring. Men heart failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. Yeah, you can see that picture. That was the shape of a cloud, what he had on his article.
Yeah.
Right? It had luminous lights. Not a regular cloud could do that. That has to have been a chariot. You see how the light was illuminated? Only a chariot could do that. Not a regular cloud.
Yeah.
It said, and when these things began to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for redemption draws nigh.
In verse 25, it says, and upon the earth, distress of nation. That's what's going on right now. There's a lot of distress with these nations, man. They don't know what's going on. Like, dang, they got this the Rona and it's this, it's that. They don't, you know, they're fearful right now. A lot of people are fearful, especially the churchgoers. They're the most fearful. The thing is, they're supposed to have the most faith. They had the least of it. You know, a lot of them believe that we gotta flee to the mountains. But Yahweh said, you go to, you know, no matter where you flee, you know, if you're supposed to be destroyed, Yahweh get you the sword. He can get you the famine, or he can get you the pestilence. You know, no matter where you go, if it's destined for you to be destroyed for your iniquities, then Yahweh's gonna get you. Verse 28, that's the moment we're looking for. It says, lift your heads, for your redemption draw nigh. That redemption is when those chariots come through the sky, man, that rapture. When we finally know that it's over. When Yahweh delivers us out of this hellhole. You know? Yeah, there should be signs in the moon, the stars. One of the signs in the eclipse, you know. Usually the signs is an eclipse. We just got this this chariot in China. You know, some people think it's made by the government, you know, and things of that nature. You know, hey, there was this movie too, Up. What was it? Was it Up?
Nope.
Don't. No. Yeah. No. I said Up. Yeah. No. You know, they had a little twist with the UFO, but you know, it shows you in their movies the way the way it was moving in the clouds. Man, that's the way it's described in the Bible.
Yeah.
You know, it says a flying robe.
Yeah.
You know, Jordan Peele, he made it to seem like it was a monster, but, you know, had to add a twist for the viewers, but the way it was moving, you know, that's scripture right there. You know, he was probably inspired by the scriptures. We go to Psalms 147, verse 4 through 5.
4 through 5?
Yeah.
Psalms 147, 4 through 5. He telleth the number of the stars. He called them all by their names. Wow. Right? And the stars not only talking about the stars in heaven, but also the stars on what? On earth. Right? Because when you come to the truth, Yahweh Bashim shall get rid of your Babylonian name and give you a Hebrew name. Great is our power, and great is our Lord, and of great power. His understanding is what? Infinite.
That gives me chills right there. It says his understanding is infinite. You know, it's like there's no end to his understanding, his power, man. And you look up the word omnipotent. Omnipotent means of a deity having unlimited power, able to do anything, man. And those are things beyond understanding. That's why Deuteronomy 29:29 tells us that the secret things belong to Yahweh. So whether there's a multiverse or other universes, whether, you know, what sort of powers Yahweh made, that doesn't belong to us, man. We don't have the comprehension to understand that. Only Yahweh can, man. His understanding is infinite.
Yeah, when we see the movie Thanos represent the Illuminati because Thanos was trying to depopulate the earth. Right? When he snapped his finger, half of the population was gone. But, yeah. What time you Done. Too long. Yep. Yeah, they trying to play, I think they call it what? The Infinite Stone? There's a name for it, them stones.
The Infinity Stones, yeah.
Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
Infinity Stones.
You add them together, you can do anything you please.
So that's what Eve trying to be. Eve trying to be that infinite power.
Yeah.
You know, that's why he want to put the MOT be on everybody to keep track of everybody.
Track of everything.
Yeah. Devil.
And that's what Ultron was going to be. You know, that artificial intelligence. That's what Adventure was really about. You know, keeping tabs on everyone. Big Brother's watching it. It was also in Fast and Furious. I think it was 7. I forgot the name of the device. But with that device, you can track anyone. Do security cameras, do phones. You know, you can find anyone. I think it was called Brother's Eye or something like that. You know? But watch that movie. It was it's in, I believe it's Fast and Furious 7.
Good.
It was in Dark Knight. He had the computers. You know, he could see everything. That's he saw though.
Yes, that's right.
Go to Romans 13:1.
Romans 13:1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power. For there is no power but of Yahweh. The power that be are ordained of Yahweh. And who's ordained by Yahweh? Esau. Eve was ordained by Yahweh Shem Yashai. Why? To punish us. Right? He said these cavemen was to be what? Rulers. Because we broke the law, statute, commandments. Right? Whosoever therefore resist the power, right? That's Esau and his government, resist the ordinance of Yahweh. And that's why you're not supposed to have a Black Panther or these revolutionary group that's coming against Eve. Because Yahweh shall ordain that. Right? And resist the ordinance of Yahweh, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. Yeah, what happened to the Black Panther movie? Where they at?
Right.
What happened to those guys during slavery days that was coming against their slave master? What happened to Nat Turner?
Right. Yeah, because Deuteronomy 68 it says, no man shall spy you, no man shall save you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it has to be
What happened to Malcolm X?
Yeah.
Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
What happened?
Free us.
Where they at? Marcus Garvey?
This is Romans 13:1 in the NIV. Let everyone be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which Yahweh had established. The authorities that exist have been established by Yahweh.
Oh, that's more clear.
Yeah. So those authorities, these these authorities that exist, Esau's government, they don't exist because of Yahweh. So
That's right.
Don't think that Esau has the upper hand. They don't. I mean, the world is given to the hand of the wicked, of course, but Yahweh allowed these authorities to exist. These empires, the Roman Empire, the Greek Empire, the Persian Empire, every empire that had that authority, Yahweh gave the power to that authority.
That's right.
And that's why in Deuteronomy 8 it says, Yahweh said, when you get prosperous, when you get riches, don't forget Yahweh. Don't forget who gave it to you, man. None of the stuff that you get, none of this materialistic stuff that you get is of your own. It's through Yahweh or Yahweh Shah.
If you can find that scripture said, can a potter say to the clay, who made you? Who made me?
Yeah, Isaiah 28. Yeah.
That's perfect for what you're saying. How the clay gonna look up to you and say,
Right.
oh man. It's somewhere in Isaiah, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's Isaiah 28. Alright, yeah, 29:16. Isaiah 29:16. Surely the turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the word save him that made it? He made me not. Or shall the thing framed save him that framed it? He had no understanding. That's
Wow.
cut and dry right there,
Wow.
man. Yeah, Esau, man. You really think you over Yahweh?
Yup.
You really think God does not exist? Into your house and nukes on this place, then you're going to understand. And Yahweh has to do that. He did the same thing with Egypt. He had to show his works. He put how much curses on Egypt until Pharaoh had to admit that Yahweh's power is a true power.
Man, a beautiful lesson, huh? Yeah, man. So
Great expectation too.
we give all praises to Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Hashem, Yahweh Shah,
Hashem,
Hashem,
Rakak,
Right, death to America, death to
Esau,
two-thirds, and these flaming theories.